Alrighty. So today we're going to be making a song like I Prevail. And like usual, I start with a completely blank slate, nothing going on here at all. And I have to make the song from scratch in a very short amount of time. Because today I am hanging out at the house by myself and my son is sleeping. So when he wakes up, we are done. So let's see how far we can actually get. So first and foremost, let's dive right on into this. This should be... we're going to be making a song like Rain by I Prevail. Really like I Prevail and really like a lot of their stuff, but the song Rain was really, really cool. And so I set a tempo of 192, and it kind of has this like bop, 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 bop kind of sound. And so we're going to go from there. You guys can't hear the click because I think the click is annoying, so I don't route it out to you. It is just to me. And let's start with a really cool, crazy drum fill and then going into some double kicks and some rides. And let's start right off with the drums. I like to, when I do a fill, I like to keep everything all the same, right in the same spot. And then I will then move it to other parts of the kit. Dun, digga, dun, dun, digga, digga, dun, dun. So then we'll do a snare here, but I might do a flam. For sure a flam here. Make sure it's tight though. But not too tight where you kind of lose it. That's actually not too bad. And then I want to dig-a-dat, 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 dig-a-dat kind of going on. Dig-a-dat, 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 dig-a-dat. Very similar to Rain. Once again, we're making a song like I Prevail. It's got to sound a little bit like it. Dig-a-dat, dig-a-dat, dig-a-dat. There we go. I just love doing that because if you write all of your parts in on one spot, you're more focused on worrying about the individual the hits, the rhythmic element of the hits, well, as you know, that's the thing that does matter the most. Yeah, let's listen to this on repeat real quick, and then let me just make sure that this is kind of fitting the rhythm that I have in my mind. Yeah, for sure. That's the vibe. And then I want a crash here. And then I want a continual ride. So I think I want a ride to do something similar to this. We'll see. Oh, for sure, not that fast. Definitely not that fast. Maybe even a bit slower, to be honest with you. Let's see. Digging in. man. All right. That's not bad. There it is. So alternating between more bell, more side of ride to there. And then once again, just do the exact same thing again. Because that's what a drummer would do. If you're ever writing MIDI drums and you want it to sound realistic, you need to really ask yourself, what would a drummer do? WWDD. And then focus on that. Is it actually possible to play it that way? Would a drummer actually do that? And then what are some ways that I can make it sound a bit more realistic? Because these drum samples are real drum samples. A real drummer actually performed these. They recorded them, and then they brought them into the VST. So to say that fake drums sound fake, it's just not quite true. You need to know how a drummer performs and plays, and then you are able to write that in MIDI and be able to program it. There's an art form to this, but it's definitely worth learning if you make rock, metal, or anything with real drums. All right, so let's... Oh, that is actually really sick. But we gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. We're running out of time already, and I'm only on the drums. Oh, dude, you're funny. You are funny. Yeah, smoke a bong. That's what a drummer would do. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have even said that live on YouTube. That is true. That is true. How do you know when a drummer's at the door? They don't know when to come in. I'm here all day for the dad jokes. Yeah. And then let me repeat that again, I think that's what I would do. There he is. And then, boom. And so then here to there would be the entire drum part. And then we could just kind of like loop that a couple times. Okay. Well, not like that, because I have to properly end it here. Which would... All right. Man, I got to get better at switching the scenes over so that way you guys can actually see what the heck I'm actually doing. Yeah, always let me know in the comments. You're like, hey, I can't see the screen. Let me know. I'll make sure I get that switched over. Okay. One trick I love doing is once we've written the drums in, then I'll just take the MIDI that I have from the drums here, and then I will just drag and drop them down to the bass. And then everywhere there's a kick and a snare is probably where I want the bass to hit. It's all there, and it's ready to go. I just have to drag it all to the right key. So let me delete everything here. Let me go over here and select every snare that's here. So let's do that. And then let's bring it down to the right spot. And then I want this to be, I believe, an A. And then there we go. Just like that, we have our bass and our drums locked in. And then we were able to just make some final adjustments to the length of some of the ends of these. For example, I want this and this and this to actually continue on. Just like that. And then I want 3 snares here. Awesome. Let's grab some synths here real quick. So right in the rhythm first. So the melody of... I like to write in the rhythm of the melody first, and then I can go through and make adjustments to what notes is actually being played. What I mean by that is the rhythm of the melody is just as catchy, if not the main reason it's so catchy. And so what matters more than the notes is actually the rhythm of the notes itself. For example, if I go ba 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 ba, same note, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody has heard that if you remember DVDs. And so I like to set up the rhythm. I write the rhythm of the melody first, and then I'll go through and I'll make adjustments to the individual notes. So that's way too fast. So I want to go dun 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 dun. Na na dun, dun, dun. And then boom, we have a really cool sounding melody. All right, let's get that synth magic maker in here and figure out what these guitars are doing. Mute that one, mute that one. And then repeat that. Let's track in some of these guitars and get them set up. Left, mono. Why is that? Oh, right, yeah. Down 3. All right. All right. There we go. It's so much easier to track guitars in when you are actually working with drums and a lot of stuff around it. It just feels so much better, at least in my opinion. To me, I like tracking my guitars a little further into the process. I'll get scratch guitars in for sure. But then after I get the scratch guitars in, then I want to go a bit further and re-record guitars and make them sound just a bit tighter because now I'm playing to an entire band. For me, I'm a guitar player first, almost more than anything else besides being a producer first. And I just really enjoy having an entire track around me as I'm playing. It just sounds so much better, in my opinion. Chris, how you doing? Good to see you here. All right, let's definitely for sure hit up. I need a limiter on these guitars because I need to get some more volume up in here. I have to pull everything out of my pockets when I play guitar because like this will just make my guitar slide down my pants as I'm trying to play. It's so annoying. I mean, I get it. I should probably just wear a strap or I should like actually put it on my left leg like I'm supposed to. But I just like, I'm a rocker. I don't have time for proper guitar placement. Who has time for that? I'm not a jazz musician. Let's track some guitars, shall we? All right. All right, sick. Let's once again tighten that up just a bit more. That was the worst one I've done yet. That was absolutely the worst one I've done yet. Gotta give myself a little bit more room. I think that one's going to have to be good enough for now. Absolutely not. It's just, no. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then I listen to it again and I'm like, no, that was absolute dog water doo-doo trash. Ah! All right. That one's going to be it for now. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Nope. Not that. Here. Remove that. This goes over here. Oh, yeah. And then this can get saved to the left here. This can get over here. Bump. And there we go. So if I quantize this, will that tighten that up too much? All right, let's just kind of slip edit these into place a bit. I have to re-record them both. I have to. This sucks so bad. I have to do it. I'm gonna turn up the click though, and give myself some more reference points. Hopefully that'll work. All right. Let's track in the other side now. I think that's a lot better. If you like just have more reference points for your music and you're like, okay, I need more reference points. What I mean is if you have more reference points when you are playing, so more clicks, you are going to be tighter. And I know that sometimes it's annoying to hear all of that clicking, but the more reference points you have, the tighter you'll be on average because you are having more points of reference for when you're playing, so that way you're not getting in and out in between the clicks. This can be super annoying, and I get hearing that click all the time is really annoying, but it really can tighten up a track. So if you're just struggling with like tight performances, give that a shot. Add in a accent beat and add in an offbeat as well to that and really see how much that actually tightens up your performances. Give it a shot. It's worth doing. It's worth doing, at least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. All right, let's listen to what we have. All right, so those notes that go low, I just want those to go up to that A. I don't want those low notes. I thought I did, but come to find out, after listening to it for more than like 2 seconds, I was like, nah, not nearly as cool. Let's track in some production guitars. I can't keep just playing the same riffs over and again. Come on. All right, that synth needs to be distorted, like big time. What about Faturator? I wonder if I can use Faturator on this. Oh yeah, that's sick. All right, let's repeat that. And then also, let's try something real quick. Let's speed it down to 185. Sometimes just changing the tempo can be a game changer. If you're like, I'm not quite sure about this song, man, like, speed it up or slow it down. It's really simple to do. At least it is in Studio One, Logic, and a lot of other DAWs that have like these auto transposition or auto BPM features, where if I can speed it up or slow it down, whether it's audio or MIDI, it's going to change to whatever I have my BPM set at, which is super cool. So I can just test things out. Does it sound better faster, sound better slower? Then I can start producing the rest of the song. Also, you have a question here. I know you're not doing bass at the moment, but I have a question. Can a bass use clean tone in today's music? Just asking for a mate because I would never dare. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can absolutely use clean bass all the time. I mean, I still do to this day, but I love distorting bass. And so it's on rare occasions, like jazz and things like that. That can make a difference. But just on overall, I think one of the best things is distorting a bass. I use it in every single genre. It's just so good. It's just so good. I even worship CCM, stuff like that. Like a really good distorted bass sounds great. So, yeah. I mean, there's rare cases of it, but yes, because of course you can have clean elements. Depends on the genre. Well, so I have this problem where I wrote in this MIDI first. And now I need to play that on the guitar. So let's see if we can do so. I will say, though, this is a really good way to break free. If you are typically play piano, or you typically play guitar or some other instrument, and you kind of feel like you're like living in this box, try writing in MIDI, or try playing the guitar if you typically write in MIDI. Just try breaking from that typical workflow that you have, and you can start to come up with some really neat melody ideas because you're not playing the same thing you're playing all the time. It can be really, really helpful. Really helpful. Oh, that needs tuned bad. All right, let's see if I can actually play that. Man, is my G string out too? My gosh. My gosh. I need a fixed bridge guitar. I just need to go get one. All right, this should work now. Let's see if this works. All right, I better just track that in with a click, and then. Dang, dude. That's hard. That's hard. Why do I write this stuff? All right, there's one or two of them in there that will work just fine, I think. All right, what's the best part of this? 3 to 4. Yeah. Actually, it's all pretty decent here. Awesome. Well, then in that case, I'll just alternate between the two of them here then. So one there and one there. I don't know if I want it in mono though or stereo. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we have one section done. At least some ideas here. Okay, so let's see if we can. It's again straight into. Am I hearing a lo-fi intro? Perhaps that's actually a great idea. For this song, once again, I'm trying to make it sound like I Prevail, specifically Rain, and so that's not quite the vibe that I'm going to go for. But I will do something. But let's see what we can do with the verse. It needs more cowbell. No. No, it does not. All right, dig it. So boom, ga, boom, ga. Oh yeah, there it is. And then hi-hats. Oh, man. Okay, so then every other, well, then go down a little bit. So it's slightly different. That's how you get your drums to sound real. But I might want to invert those. Violent Nature is for sure my favorite track on the new Prevail album. Solid. And am I putting vocals on this afterwards? I'm not sure. Not entirely sure. We'll see we'll see how much time we got. But I got a sneaking suspicion we're gonna run out of time. And then we'll come in here with a... We'll see if that's the sound I'm going for, the vibe I'm going for. Let's add our risers and downers and some things like that just to make this intro really cool. So go to my effects. Dang it, I need to see you mix vocals. I need some tips. I have an entire masterclass on mixing vocals if you want to know. I will send you a link. Link is not in the chat right now. Yeah. Are you on my email list, or do you have my email? You can shoot me an email or DM me on Instagram. Either way will be fine. And then I can send that over to you. It's completely free. Anybody else wants it, DM me on Instagram. Producing in the Box is my Instagram handle. Or you can shoot me an email if you want to join my email list. Links to that down below. Also, if you want to work with me, I am actually just about booked. If you guys want to work with me, I have a couple more spots this week. And I open up sessions with people. I listen to their music, actually, like rock and metal. So if you make rock and metal, like I Prevail, Bad Omens, Sleep Token, Dayseeker, and your songs just aren't sounding the way that you would like them to sound, you want them to sound super big and wide and full, and it's just not sounding that way, book a call. It's completely free. Links to that will be down in the description below. It's the top link. It says work with me. When you click there, it'll take you over to a page where you can book a call with me, and that first call is completely free. I just want to see if we're a good fit to work together one way or another. And nevertheless, you'll be able to submit your music there. I'll be able to listen to it, and at the end of that call, you'll at the very least have a plan. Whether you decide to work with me or not, you'll have a plan to know what's wrong with your music and how to improve it. So links to that down below. I'm taking a couple more calls this week, so if that's something that you're interested in, go for it. I do all my calls myself, just so you know. No one else. It's just me, because I'm working with you. So like I don't want to have some other person like taking those calls for me, and then they bring in somebody that actually wouldn't be a good fit. So it's like, duh. Anyway, let's keep going. Links to that are down below. Go for it. Book the call. I have a couple more spots left, specifically on Friday, I believe. All right, let's go to my library. Let's grab my collections, my go-tos. And let's bring in the boop. Right click, sync point, and then sync it to that specific part right there. Lovely. And then there. And then there. So I'm always continually to do, I am always balancing stuff as I produce. You know, some things need to be louder, some things need to be quieter. And so as I'm producing, I'm always making sure that I'm watching the faders and I'm just bringing things up or down. But typically I won't grab a whole bunch of mixing things during the production phase. I don't want to grab some compression or EQ too soon into the production phase, because when I'm on a roll, I just want to keep writing and keep making music. And so the only really like mixing thing that I'll do during this phase, during the production phase and the writing phase, is I'll just adjust the volume so that way everything is kind of balanced. And that way when I go into the mixing phase, things are a lot easier. That's my personal workflow. And it works for me. If it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't, cool. Those hi-hats need to go. And I think that re-space needs to go. Ding, 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 ding. Needs to go dun 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 dun. Nice. That'll work for now. And then I can try to replicate that. I think for now that synth will probably disappear, but I needed to write it in first. All right, so let's write in that guitar. Where do I get my risers, downers, and stuff like that from? All over the place. Splice, Drum Forge. I've made some of my own. And so, yeah, they're from all over the place. But really listen to music, try to replicate some of yourself. And so that way you kind of have an idea of how they work. But yeah, Splice is a great option for most people. All right, dun 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 dun. Okay. Nice. All right, now we'll track in the right side. Same scenario, same deal, same thing. There it is. It's getting hard to find a meaning. Same vibes. Same vibes. So let it rain down. There's that. All right, let's keep on going. Not entirely sold on the verse just yet. Maybe if I... All right. Let's just see what we have. Yeah, I'm not liking the verse, but you know what? Sometimes you don't win them all. Let's just do a. Yeah, I don't even like the hi-hats, man. Sometimes you don't like it. So it's either a heck yes or a heck no. So right now, I'm just going to put this off to the side because to me, it's a heck no. So we need to get rid of it because I don't like it. And if I don't like it, that means I'm probably not going to like it in the song later. And it's just going to distract me now. So there's no point in trying to force it out because it's just not going to work. So yeah, I just delete it. Get rid of it. And let's try something different. Yeah, yeah, let's see. Let's see if this actually works. This is sounding pretty decent, but let's try something different for the verse. And just try to break it up a little bit. Man, I'm struggling today. Typically, I can throw things together a little bit faster than this, but it's been an hour and all we have is this intro. And maybe that's like, if that's like fast to you, awesome. It's not fast to me. So today is actually kind of a slow day, which is strange for sure. But nevertheless, hey, we're here to make music and we're here to make it sound good. If this is fast to you, like maybe book a call with me and let's see how we can improve your workflow. Because if you make more music faster, that you're going to be in a way better position because you're going to be able to make more music. And if you make more music, quality begets quantity, or quantity begets quality. The more you do, the better you get. There's this old saying, and there's this old story about this teacher and the pottery class. And he split the pottery class up into two separate sections. One part of the class was supposed to make the best pot possible. And then the second part of the class was supposed to make the most pots possible. And at the end of that semester, he graded their pots. And he found that the people that made the most pots made the best one as well. They made a ton of them, and they also made the best one as well. And so quality comes from doing it a bunch. And so if you are spending a bunch of time making music and it takes you a year to make 1, 2, or maybe even 3 songs an entire year, you're not making music fast enough to get good at any rate. And so you need to make sure that you're making more music consistently, faster, more efficiently. And then when you write 100 songs, you might have 2 or 3 really solid ones. This is what the professionals do. This is high level stuff, but it's 1000% worth doing, and it's worth doing right. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's see what we actually have here and see if we can salvage anything. Awesome. I love to see it. Okay, now let's see if we can... what if I just type in rock? That work? Home... rock. Let's see. And then we'll just go to loops. See if we can find any loops in this area. That's sick. I was not expecting that. Can I time stretch this to 1, 2, 3, 4? So I need to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Can I? Switch that to eighths. and then some type of drum groove here, which we'll steal from this one. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I could live with that. I like that. And a drummer wouldn't be able to play. And so the hi-hats would have to go there for a second. I want to bump, 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 bump. Drums can just completely change the vibe of a song. It's so cool how some crazy drums can completely make something sound boring to really exciting, or really exciting to even boring if done the wrong way. The drums really can drive a song. It's one of my favorite parts of music is the drums and the elements there. Even though I'm not really a drummer myself, I love drums. I love them so much. It's so fun. I wonder if that synth would sound cool here too. I mean, here. But an octave lower. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's sick. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. All right, let's set up our arrangement. This is the part that kind of sucks, but we have our intro. We're gonna call it intro. We're gonna have our thing here that we're gonna call verse. Well, hang on. It's gonna be like a chorus, but. going to be fill. And then this is going to be the verse. We'll go V1, V1.0, V1.2. And then there, it'll go into here. All right, so let's take a look at what we got from start to finish, the whole thing, kind of come up with some ideas, some final ideas, and we'll give ourselves a few more minutes on this. Want that fill at the end to be the same here. Whoops. Right there. So da-da, 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 da-da. And then same thing again, but this time, double time. A little too far with it. Did you bring it up just a bit? more there, one more there. More there. So da 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 da. All right, let's see. Da da. That's not. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. We're gonna go just brutal with this. I know I said sound like I Prevail. I think this is something they possibly could do. Let's keep in mind. All right, let's just write the breakdown part real quick. And then we'll get more weird if we have time. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's really cool. I feel like I need to duplicate these bad boys, though, the left and the right, and then possibly make these a bit louder, and then also have inner pitch up above it. Let's bring the full thing down a full octave. That's it. That's it. Chicka. All right. Let's record what we have because we only have a few more seconds. That's cool. That's really cool. In fact, I like the ending more than just about anything else. If I could get that slide up in there, I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, so now I have the left and I have the All right, that I really like. And so that is going to go here. After I delete that. And then go here. And I think that's how we'll end it for now. Let's copy all of these down here. And then let's just make sure that we go today. Then we're good. And then we can copy and we can paste that up there like that. And then we'll repeat that part again. All right, and let's give ourselves a good listen through, because that's it. We are done. My son just woke up, so that means that's it for today. Let's get into it. Nice. That's it. All right. If you want to work with me, links to that are down below. I open up your sessions with you. I listen to your music. I actually figure out what's going on. This isn't some sort of course. This is actual real mentorship, or you can hire me to be your producer. Either way, if you want to work with me, click on the work with me button down below this video and we will go from there. I'm taking a handful of more calls this week. I'm just about booked out. I'm literally booked out all the way till Friday. Today's Monday. I have calls until Friday. Literally, you can't even book a call until Friday. So go there. Click on the link, book a call. The first call is completely free. I just need to see if we're actually a good fit to work with one another. I tell people no a lot, and that's just how that works. I can't work with everybody. And so I tell people no a lot. And so we get on the call, we see if it works. If it does, awesome, we'll move forward. If not, literally, you're going to be walking away with value from that call no matter what. So if that sounds interesting to you, book a call. Links to that are down in the description or in the pinned comment. Work with me. Go right there, and we'll go from there. All right, this has been fun. See you guys all next week. Bye.